Hello and welcome everyone, CarMAN back with another video, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my Mercedes-Benz CLS 55 and how to change the front air shock. This is a common problem on the Mercedes with Airmatic suspension. So the procedure is the same for all the CLS models and the E-Class models that have the Airmatic suspension. I'm going to start off by disconnecting the batteries. Once that's done, I'm going to safely jack up the car. I'm only going to jack up the side that I'm working on. So my left front air shock is out, so I'm going to safely jack it up and remove the wheel. So we're going to start off underneath the hood. I'm going to remove this black cover, and underneath is our air shock and the air line. You're going to remove the air line with a 10mm key. Disconnect the power wire, and then with a 13mm socket I'm going to loosen the 3 bolts on top. Now to get the strut out, we got to move the control arm out of the way, and this is the easiest way to do it. You're going to use a T45 socket. With the T45 socket, I'm going to hold the ratchet tight in place, and on top of the bolt is where the nut is at, and I'm going to use the 13mm socket to open it up. The back one is a little bit harder, but once this is off, the control arm is going to come right out. Now we are going to go to the bottom of the strut, which is held on by a big 21mm bolt. You're going to need two 21mm sockets. On one side we're going to hold the ratchet in place, and on the other side we're going to torque it open. And a little tip I'm going to share with you guys: if the bolt is stuck, you could use some WD-40, spray it around the bolt on both sides and a little bit right in the middle, and then let it sit for a minute, and then the bolt should open up a lot easier. Now with the nut finally off, I'm going to get a hammer and slowly tap the bolt out. Now that the bottom bolt is out, I'm going to go to the top and remove the 3 nuts that we had loosened earlier. Now with a 10mm socket, I'm going to open up the inner wheel well so I could gain access to the wires to the air suspension. Once you have the air suspension wire disconnected, the air suspension is free. We're going to twist it and slowly take it out. Now it's time to install the new air strut. Just make sure all 3 of the bolts come out from the top so you're able to install the nuts, and then you could align it from the bottom. Now I'm going to place the car jack underneath the lower control arm and slowly jack it up. When you're going to do this, the control arm and the bottom portion of the strut are going to meet each other, and then you could stick the bolt right inside and lock the nuts in place. Now reconnect the air suspension wire, and then I'm going to close the inner wheel well and reinstall everything back into place. I have the new air strut completely installed, the airline connected, and all the nuts tightened. Now it's time to install our control arm that we had opened in the beginning. And a trick for that is you're going to get a flathead screwdriver and stick it in between this bracket so it makes space for the bolt. It makes the job a lot easier. And once you have the bolts aligned, you're going to install the nuts on top and torque them down. Last but not least, I'm going to reinstall the tire, but one thing you do not want to do is lower the car completely. you're going to slightly lower it down just where the wheel can touch the ground and then turn the car on. Once you turn the car on, let the air compressor kick in. It's going to take a couple minutes and the car should level out and your new air strut should be filled up with air. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if this video helped you out, please give it a like and share, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll see you guys soon with another video. Thank you.